Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 4, Episode 12, Heroes and Villains. I'm your host, Dom, and with me, live from Instagram, is Rachel.
Love the filter.
Very festive Omikins down there.
Hey.
And, Kahlua-induced Clio.
Hey. You're not gonna know that. It's between us.
Yeah, it's still between us and now the internet. How is that, Kahlua?
It's probably delicious.
It's mostly coffee, but you know.
It's mostly coffee.
Mm.
It's good, it's good. So, how is everyone tonight?
I'm tired.
You tired?
Yeah.
Oh. I think everybody's a little tired.
Yeah.
I slept 12 hours last night.
Yeah. That's not a small number.
No.
I'd also like to wish a happy early birthday to a longtime watcher, Lee Silver, who's in chat right now. So, just throwing that out there. Yeah, happy birthday. Nikki.
Yes.
Are you happy? You did this. She's gone. Marian is gone, alright?
No, we wanted Marian dead.
Yeah, well...
She wanted her off the show.
I wanted her gone. Didn't matter how she got gone. She just had to be gone.
Well, I think now it matters how she got gone.
Yeah, because Robin's gone with her, and that pisses me off.
You
Dude,
did
I
this.
legitimately cried.
You did this, Nikki.
You know what? Regina said you go with her, because you can't leave her all alone. It's Regina's fault.
It's your fault. You wanted
you know
her
what?
gone.
No.
She did the best.
Yes.
Did what was the best.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was like, no, just be selfish, wench, and keep
exactly.
Robin to yourself. It's okay.
I legitimately
and keep your kid,
cried
too.
back then.
What
I
was that, Rachel?
Hearing, and I was like, oh no.
You started crying?
I started crying.
Ah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Rumple's gone and he's coming back, we know he's coming back. We know he's getting in. We know it. That means Robin can come back, so I'm hopeful.
Yes.
Yeah, but that also means Marian can come back.
Marian left.
She's gonna find a nice little, like, suburban area, and she's gonna be like, oh, look at the birds that aren't really birds. They're just, plague-infested pigeons. And then she's gonna be like, there's a fake park over there with them, like, Roland go play in and get razor blades on his hands when he's swinging from the monkey bars. It's perfect. She's gonna love that.
What's happening?
Well, that escalated quickly.
Wow, what the heck?
That escalated quickly.
Where are you living?
She's living in her own Fantasyland storybook.
I'm living in New York. That's what happens.
No, it is not. Evil lies.
No, I'm just saying that, Marian's that stupid that she'll get, all cozy in a place that is really harmful to Rowan's health.
Well, also, don't forget...
She's stupid.
Don't forget, if
There's
Marian...
nothing in the show that's indicated she's stupid. Also, if Robin comes back, Marian's already given...
Yeah, there's already that, that space that she's already given, which was a thumbs up from Marian.
She'll get all set.
Respect.
Marian will get all settled, and she'll get comfortable, and then she'll tell Robin to fuck off.
Well, not only that, she can't come back in the storybook, or her heart's gonna freeze again.
That's true.
That is true.
And this is a bad thing, huh?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Because doesn't all it take is an act of true love?
That's what we were told.
Mm-hmm.
Marian herself gave an act of true love by not standing in the way of Regina and Robin. So
it wasn't.
Regina gave an act of true love
It's an act that needs to be directed towards Marian.
To her,
yeah, probably.
Like we saw with Emma, it was an act of true love, but towards herself. Like
right.
It has to be towards the person who's cursed.
Right.
No one loves Marian.
Except for Roland.
Roland loves Marian. And that's all that matters.
That's true.
Not enough to beat the curse, obviously.
No.
He has love for her, but this is an act of true love. So
I don't know.
I don't think it's the same as constant love.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to tell. But they tied up the Frozen story really quickly. They didn't show a lot of how they tied it up too. But what'd you guys think of the whole portal to Arendelle being hidden in the house and all that?
The Sorcerer's house.
It's from Sorcerer's
Which
house. So, yeah.
it was completely, we got complete confirmation this episode that was the Sorcerer's house.
I think we all kind of suspected that anyway.
We all suspected, but it's complete confirmation that is his house.
Yep.
So, I kind of Henry's like, oh, I found this in this house. Like, yeah, there's a portal there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The portal was rather convenient to go directly to Arendelle and not back to the Enchanted Forest, which...
Well, that door was what was open for
Yeah.
Ingrid, which went from Arendelle to...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm
To
thinking
New York.
it's a portal that the Sorcerer is using to travel back and forth. But yeah,
It might not be.
I
That
guess
might
makes
just be
sense.
the door for it. It could be a different looking door, the one that goes to the Enchanted
Different portals,
That
different
door-
doors.
Right.
Goes to different lands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like I said, we didn't see Anna's wedding. I didn't think that was gonna happen. They set it up like it was about to start, which we kind of figure is gonna be the opening to Frozen 2 movie. So
Yeah.
they set that up really well to tie in there.
Yeah.
And they even said that Anna basically decked Hans. They alluded to
Punch him in
that
the face.
fact. When
I wish I would have saw that.
how's
Yeah,
your
I want to see it too.
she's like, how's your bruised knuckles? Oh, not as bad as Hans's black eye.
Yeah.
So, they, I definitely would have liked to see that too, but I feel that whole story, if they actually showed it, would have eaten up a lot of time and
Yeah.
wasn't really a lot of room for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but overall, do you think they tied up the Frozen storyline well enough, or
Yeah.
were you kind of disappointed in that?
They tied it up yet left it wide open so that the characters can come back if they want.
And I especially like the last we see, the sisters are holding hands, and this time it's Anna with the gloves and Elsa's got bare hands.
Yeah, Anna
Yeah.
was
Cute.
Anna was in the dress, and Elsa's basically wearing like Anna's clothing almost.
Yeah, those were her old clothes from the beginning of the film.
Yeah. So it was
I like
interesting. My entire gripe with that whole thing was just the end of it when she's like spent all this time with them, and she's only now like, who is this Mr. Gold guy?
Yeah, I know.
It's like
A lot of stuff was happening. Her and Kristoff landed in Storybrooke. Things were like this.
Yeah, she's
well, I
so
could understand the
flighty
beginning, but they had this whole time at the beginning, like, where they're taking the wall down, and, and then the portal's being talked about, and as soon as the portal, but who is this Mr. Gold? That would have been, like, one of the first questions out of my mouth, other than the excitement of I'm going home. Not the last thing I think about before I walk through the door.
We all know
It's
that
Anna.
she's really flighty and that she is random.
It's Anna.
She's more random than random. She's all over the place. So that would be the last thing she thought of. Because, there was a lot of other things going on, and then that was the one lull where her brain could actually catch up and be like, wait a second, who's the Mr. Gold guy? He seems real cool. Should have met him.
Yeah.
Lee said that Elsa's, those were her coronation clothes.
Yeah, from the beginning of the movie.
Ah, okay. We also, in confirmation that was the Sorcerer's house, we are also have confirmation that the Sorcerer is in fact the author, which is something else we speculated. We've been calling the Sorcerer Yensid only because that's his name from Fantasia. Whether or not that they use that name as the Sorcerer, if they even give him a name, is to be undetermined.
I think...
They probably will when we meet him.
Yeah, when we meet him, but for right now, he's the author.
Right.
Yeah, even Rumple calls him the author.
Yeah, well, he had that talk with Regina. Basically, unknowingly, Regina spilt the beans. And told the whole plan about the book and changing the author, which gave Rumple, this idea in the first place. This is not even an idea that Rumple had.
Yeah.
So Rumple's kind of like stealing her thunder there, taking this idea out from under, and it seems like he's gonna beat her to, or try to beat her to, the happy ending.
Yeah.
So.
She doesn't need
Which
the author.
he doesn't deserve, but Regina does.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And I'm sure that's going to come into play when they actually find the sorcerer.
Right.
Yeah, for sure of it.
And that leads us to Belle standing up to Rumple here. Rumple almost got away with it. Almost got away with it. But I think it was satisfying that it came from Belle.
It was. It totally was. He's been brainwashing her all around and about, and telling her lies and just
playing her for a fool, basically.
Exactly. He's been tossing her around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
With no care. He says he loves her, but I mean, if you loved her so much, then you wouldn't be doing any of that shit to her. So yeah, her coming out of the shadows and pulling that on him was perfect.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So is this the end? Lee Silver wants to know, is this the end of Rump Belle?
Oh, I have a feeling it is. I'm not saying that he's not going to come back and try to get her back. But I don't think Belle's going to take him back.
I hope she doesn't. I mean...
I don't think she will.
Especially if...
She knows what his true love is, and it's not her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what his true love is now. If he truly changes in the future, maybe, but that's going to depend on what happens in this next
He's going after finding... He found Ursula, and he's going to go find Maleficent.
He wants to find his happy ending so he can be with Belle.
Right.
Yeah, but he doesn't realize that he doesn't have to...
No, he doesn't.
Rumple has been through a lot recently, though. Like, he did die at the end of last season. He came back from the dead. He lost his son. He was merged with his son. Then he lost his son. And then he was puppet master by the Wicked Witch. Do you possibly think that there's some residual spell or curse that Rumple has been under this whole time?
No, I think it's just...
It's just him.
Something broke in him. And he's nervous and paranoid.
Yeah, he's paranoid. He doesn't want to be connected to the dagger anymore because he doesn't want what happened with the Wicked Witch to repeat itself. So he wants to have his full control of his own powers.
Yeah, but it's escalated into some sort of real paranoia.
It has.
Right.
He's paranoid that he's going to lose control of himself again, which is exactly what happened with Belle. But I mean,
I think he's more scared of going back to the person he was before he became the Dark One.
He's working on it anyways.
Oh, we know that, but he doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be that coward. He doesn't want to be that person anymore.
It's always been in the back of his mind. He doesn't want to be a coward. I mean, that's why he went and got the dagger in the first place.
Yep.
Right. We saw in the flashbacks, we saw the Queens of Darkness, right? We didn't get a whole lot of them. They kind of beefed them up through the previews and made a huge deal out of it, and then they were in the entire episode for maybe a grand total of 5 minutes.
Yeah, and what was with Pongo being in the episode for 2 seconds?
Was that even Pongo?
I don't know.
I would assume so.
It didn't say on his tag. There was backwards.
It didn't say, but I would assume. Because he's a puppy and that is years before the curse drops, so he would have the time to grow up and be an adult puppy by the time, dog by the time. Correct
me if I'm wrong, but don't Dalmatians and stuff lose spots with age and stuff as well? So
No,
they're
spots and they grow.
I'm not saying all their spots. I'm saying some spots.
No.
Because that, I said last week, that dog has completely different spots in the face region than Pongo, the adult Pongo.
You're not gonna find a puppy that looks exactly like the adult Pongo that they already casted. I mean,
they probably have 5
I understand that, but the Pongo that we have on the thing has very minimal spots on the face, and this dog had heavy spots on the face. So
it could have not been
you can just
Pongo.
get a puppy that does not have as many spots on the face.
I mean, it's Cruella. In the
That's
story,
what I'm saying. I don't think it's Pongo.
101 Dalmatians. She could have had one out of any of the 99 puppies that were there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I personally don't think it's Pongo.
No. I mean, if it is whatever, that's just the luck of the cards that they had. I mean, that's.
Yeah, but it was sort of a puppy, wasn't it? Like a younger dog.
Yeah, but this is flashback.
It was it was a puppy. It was a puppy. It was about.
But if Pongo's a puppy, then he doesn't have puppies yet. So there aren't the 99 yet.
Yeah, it could be. Could be Perdita.
It could be any. It doesn't mean she couldn't have gotten another Dalmatian puppy along the line. Maybe that's why she became obsessed with spots in the first place. Who knows? They'll change the origin.
Mm-hmm. She's not even wearing spots yet either. She's got black and white.
Yep.
I mean, we barely. So we saw Maleficent first. She was the first one we saw. We barely got much out of her. You know, she
just gets force choked.
Yeah, basically.
Very Darth Vader.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Rumple wasn't breathing heavy during that whole scene. It would have been really funny if he had a cold or something beforehand. Like they explain that, like the thing leading up to it. Like he's sneezing in the castle, he's got a cold.
Oh my gosh!
No, he just does that with the force choke. That'd been great. But so Maleficent like mumbles the words "I'm not alone," and the first thing we see is Ursula's tentacles going towards Belle's throat. What'd you guys think of Ursula? This is kind of our first physical incarnation of her.
Ursula seems the most badass out of the three right now. Mm-hmm. But they've built Maleficent up from season 1 to be just like she's crazy powerful, like almost as powerful as Rumple. And you see her and she's all like getting all choked and stuff up in the air, and it's like, no, that's not Maleficent. Stop it. But yeah, Ursula looks most badass, and Cruella's just sassy.
Yeah.
I wanted to punch Cruella. But,
she doesn't feel like she belongs in the Enchanted Forest.
Yeah, it's really out of place. I don't see why she's there.
Yeah, she is a little out of place, and Rumple basically called her a drunk.
Yep, basically.
Good.
So, I have a feeling I'm going to end up liking Ursula a lot more than I think I am. Because as it stands right now, I'm not a fan. As much as I've been waiting to see her, I didn't get a very good first impression off of her, but it was very minimal. She didn't really have a whole lot of lines and stuff, so... I do believe we're going to see her with some sort of magic. We were kind of speculating on this, and I believe Adam Horowitz had said something in one of the interviews that kind of alluded to the fact that she may have some kind of magic. So, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
Maleficent, Cruella with magic is just weird.
I really wanted to just see her, without magic, and I've been waiting for a villain that came along that didn't have magic.
That was just conniving, manipulative, and could get her way through, normal means.
Yeah. And Clio, what did you think of them? You've been rather quiet.
I thought they were awesome. I mean, I like Ursula the best so far, just because.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sea Witch. I like the Rumple called her the Sea Witch.
Yeah. After we see Belle kind of cast Rumple out of Storybrooke, we see, Rumple, he's got his limp back, he's makes his way, 6 weeks later, to a New York aquarium somewhere. And we see Ursula there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, in this awful work uniform. That thing was hideous. She's
unbefitting the Sea Witch.
Basically, and she's feeding sea creatures, Ooh, she really can't get away from that life, huh?
And that's what she knows best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think they got there in the first place?
How she got there?
Well, yeah.
I think all three of them got there
the same way that, Jolly Roger and Ariel can traverse through the realms. I mean, Ursula is the Sea Witch. I'm pretty sure she can make that.
It didn't seem like she had her powers, though. It didn't seem like
she got stuck.
Yeah.
By the way, why would she stick at that job? Seriously?
Unless Flotsam and Jetsam are in there, and she's.
Yeah, I don't think she would.
Rumple seemed to know exactly where she was, though.
Yeah, something.
It took 6 weeks to get there.
He punished them or something for trying to steal the gauntlet or some shit.
Maybe.
But we knew up to this point, we knew Maleficent has been through season 1 and 2. Maleficent had been in the basement of the library, right? Since everybody returned back to the Enchanted Forest during the mid-season of season 3. We've kind of been speculating whether or not Maleficent is still down there or not, or if she's somewhere else. I have a feeling she's not in Storybrooke at all.
No,
I think she's out in the real world.
Yeah, it sounds like from what Gold said that we got 2 more places to go.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, hey, let's get the band back together.
Yep.
Maleficent's running some crazy, hick strip club in Louisiana.
God.
Be awesome.
I'd like to see what Cruella's up to.
Working in retail.
Cruella's working in retail? No, she's working as a veterinarian
assistant.
God.
No.
No.
I want to see her working at Macy's as a
designer.
perfume girl.
I'm curious. So the flashback we saw with Belle and Rumple and the Queens definitely was pre-First Curse. We know that much.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't know when the second flashback took place, if that was pre-First Curse or if that was upon the return.
Okay.
I think it was.
Oh no, it can't be upon the return because Rumple was dead. So
yeah, it was basically what happened was he gave up the gauntlet. He took Belle back, got her all situated, calmed her down, went back, and was like, "You little bitches, this is what's gonna happen." It was like immediately after.
Do you think it was immediately after?
Oh yeah, it had to be. You don't frick Rumple around like that and expect nothing to happen.
That's true. Lee is actually saying in chat that Cruella could be the head of a fashion design firm.
I don't think she's going to be ahead of anything. I mean, if Ursula's just a lonely...
Oh, if you look back at... She was the head of a fashion design company in London in the movie, so, I mean, that is very possible.
Yeah, it is.
I want to see her work in retail.
I feel like this is them... They've lost. Like, they are the bad guys with the not happy ending. So there would need to be a reason why Cruella de Vil would come with them. So I think if she's failed or if she's at a shit job, then...
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's working retail. She's working retail.
I'd like to see some kind of backstory of Cruella where she did not originate from the Enchanted Forest, where she started out in, our world and then made her way to the Enchanted Forest and kind of gave her more of a grounded villain. Because I want to see a villain that's not from Storybrooke. Like, yeah, we had Greg Mendel and all that, but that was too tied to Neverland. And
yeah, and they were just being used. They weren't really special.
Yeah, so... I want to see a big villain like that. Like I said, I want to see somebody without magic, and I'm really hoping they don't go overboard with magic with Cruella if that is the case.
And not that it matters or anything, but I'd like to see another true male villain. Rumple's always there. You can just expect him to be there. But I mean, somebody completely different that comes from somewhere else. That is a male villain.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't had one other than Rumple, surprisingly. You look back. Peter Pan was a kid. He's a boy.
It was his dad.
He's of the male gender, but he's still a boy. I think Nikki's I want a man, a villain like Jafar.
I want a man.
Like Jafar.
We had Dom wants a man.
Jafar. Jafar.
Want an excuse me?
Everybody's like, "Ooh, Jafar."
Mom wants a man.
Wait, what did that didn't come out of my mouth. I said Nikki does.
No.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
We'll find you one, Dom. Don't worry about it.
No? outside of that, probably the biggest disappointment I had the entire episode was the Knave of Hearts. He's in one scene.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything.
He has no dialogue. He's just standing on the town line with the other merry men watching Robin Hood walk across the line. Very somber. I mean, at this point, what the hell was the purpose of bringing the Knave along?
Maleficent tie-in. He's connected to Maleficent because of the whole mirror.
He's become a merry man again.
He's gonna be involved, and Maleficent's gonna be pissed at him. She's gonna be targeting him for a good while, I bet, in the very beginning at least.
I hope so, because at this point, it seems like a huge waste of Will Scarlet to have even brought him in at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bigger part to play. I can see it.
Lee saying Jafar's in the lamp. Yes, Jafar's in the lamp, but where is the lamp? Whoever controls the lamp controls Jafar, because Jafar is now a genie, so it could still make for a very, very interesting villain.
He's also very...
Sorry, go.
He's also very, very, cunning, and he can totally get someone to wish him free.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, when has a bad guy being trapped ever stopped them from coming back?
Exactly.
Especially on the show.
I don't think we're going to get Jafar for, you know, maybe at least another 2 seasons.
Maybe Gaston will come.
I hope not that long.
No.
I don't see him coming next season. I don't. Next season...
We don't know how this season ends.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't, but next season, I feel they're going to do a lot with Cinderella. I just because the Cinderella movie's coming out next year. Right?
Yeah, coming out March.
Right. I mean, well, they could do that first half, kind of like the way they did Frozen. I mean, Cinderella first half, and then throw Jafar and other peeps.
Suck it, Dom.
I mean, maybe the whole point of bringing Will Scarlet in is to help introduce Jafar. You know, we don't know. We don't know.
We have no idea.
So
maybe Will Scarlet has the lamp and is keeping it hidden.
Ariel has been confirmed return, Lee says. You know, kind of assumed that was going to happen with the
Ursula
debut of Ursula. But that's good to have confirmation on that. Next episode is called Darkness at the Edge of Town. And though I could not find an official synopsis, we did watch the trailer for it at the end of the episode. Basically, in it, Rumple is gathering the Queens of Darkness. And we see Emma tell Regina that they'll find him, which I'm assuming they're talking about Robin.
Sounds about right.
And then I see a scene where Regina is holding Rumple's dagger, like she's basically like summoning him, trying to summon him. So
God, Regina controlling Rumple, that's not going to end up well.
Oh, if she's just trying to summon him, I think she's just trying to summon him at that point. I mean, you've seen her now. She's not going to summon him to take over Storybrooke. That's been done.
No, but
try to get
I've seen people try to make Rumple do things he doesn't want to, and that doesn't go well for those people.
Yeah.
Even if they have the dagger.
Yep. So Once Upon a Time will return on March 1st. So we have quite a big of a break here.
There's a big break.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. This would have been a good slot for Wonderland, but you know what? They did that wrong last year.
They did it wrong.
They're filling. ABC is filling in part of the gap with a new 4-week miniseries Gallivant, which will be airing January 3rd, which is a Sunday, I believe. And yes, we will be covering or January 4th, which is a Sunday. And yes, we will be covering Gallivant for the 4 weeks. So there'll be 8 episodes in total. It's going to be 2 episodes back to back each night. So it's going to be 2-hour show each week. And as for closing stuff, Jaybird in chat here is saying, I think we're going to see Mother Gothel at some point next season. Maybe.
Well, that's if they bring Rapunzel back, which I've wanted them to do for a while.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many characters that they're not touching on. And I was reading
I really liked Rapunzel.
I was reading an interview. I think it was the same interview I was talking about earlier with Adam Horowitz and I forget the other creator. But they were talking about Mulan. Mulan was one of them. They were talking about Aurora, if we'd ever see them. They said they're definitely two characters that they want to see. It's just getting the story right. So...
Oh, well, I have a feeling this show's going to go on for a while, so, I mean, there's
the show's in no dire straits
so there's been time to
canceled
bring in
anytime
more
soon.
characters. They're not going to run out of characters. They're really not.
They're not going to run
They've
out of characters.
introduced so many that they can go back and go, remember this character?
They said there will not be any Star Wars crossovers.
Wait, although Lee brings up something that reminds me of something I thought during this episode. When Belle was looking at the cabinet, there was a lot of Greek artifacts
There were.
there.
There were.
At least says they should bring Hades. And
Yeah.
I think they're hinting at maybe bringing some Greek characters.
Hades would be a really good addition. I think we mentioned this last week,
Yeah.
where Hades could bring back a lot of dead villains and heroes.
Yeah.
You know, so we could see the return of Pan. We could see the return of the Wicked Witch. We could see the return of Neil.
I don't think that's going to happen. Neil's the only one, like I'm saying. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. I mean, they did drop the name Camelot, too, in this episode, so there could be some tie-in there.
We did have... Well, see, that's another thing, is we had the... What was it, King Arthur?
Mm-hmm.
Not King Arthur. We had one... What was the knight we had... was it Camelot in
Night.
season 2?
Was it Lancelot?
Lancelot.
Lancelot. Yeah, that's King Arthur's right-hand man.
Yes. We had Lancelot, and Cora was impersonating him and said that she slaughtered him a long time ago. So Lancelot is, in fact, dead. Confirmed dead.
Oh, fuck. That sucks. I like Lancelot.
Yeah.
However, with the return of Hades, Lancelot is a character that can come back. So there's definitely a lot of potential with Hades. I would love to see that.
You know who we need to bring back? Graham.
Oh, God, Chef Graham.
Also, make that 50 Shades of Grey movie not happen. Please. I saw a trailer. It looks so bad.
I mean, Ruby's another character we haven't seen in a while. Mulan we
dead,
mentioned. Granny was seemingly absent from her own diner this episode.
This episode, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
She must have hired
Saw her running around with her shotgun.
She got the...
She was. She was just running around with her shotgun.
She is a badass grandma, though.
She is.
Yeah. Tarzan, Clayton, Dracula, all characters I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Dracula's not too far-fetched, just with, the whole Frankenstein story we've already had.
If they bring in Dracula, can what's his name? Luke Evans play him, please?
But I feel like anything like that, the writers, it was actually in that same interview, they were saying Frankenstein was a super stretch for them. And they heard a big outcry from fans on that. And they're a little weary to go into that kind of territory again. So
I think they needed a doctor, and really in any of the fairy tales, there really wasn't a doctor.
Yeah, and it's the same reason they said that they won't bring Star Wars into the franchise. They said making reference to it and like little jokes and like the ringtones and calling Emma Princess Leia all fits within their kind of storytelling and their nods to it. But they said, just bringing like Darth Vader walking around Storybrooke would be a little
that'd be a little weird.
So
yeah,
they feel that's not gonna happen. So
yeah, they have a lot of characters to just grab. But the thing is, if they can't get the story right,
it's not worth it.
They're not going to last. So they really have to think about it. And that's why, that's probably why Frozen works so well, because the story was there, it was established, and it was fresh in everybody's mind. So it was easy to carry that on. It's, bringing characters that are, like for kids, like my daughter, she hasn't watched Tarzan. She hasn't watched Hercules.
Yes.
I mean, she's seen parts of Aladdin. I know.
Over with VHS later.
I know.
Do you still have a VCR?
We can get one. You can go to Best Buy and get them.
My
They still
VCR
sell
store.
those?
They still sell them.
Don's got one. We're good. Don't worry.
Okay.
I
But yeah,
have
there's
one DVD. I don't actually know.
there's a lot of characters that, younger generations are connected to that we are. But so you have to get the story right for those ones and actually have to make great references, great tie-ins for the kids and the young, like the teenagers and the younger, like the early 20 peoples, for them to, actually get into it.
Yeah, it seems like bringing in a lot of the, that's why I said I think Cinderella is going to be a huge thing, the way they brought Maleficent back after the Angelina Jolie movie got really big.
Mm-hmm.
And now the live-action Cinderella's coming. I really think we're going to see a Cinderella tie-in next season.
I hope so, because they just dropped her in, the daycare thing, and it's like, where have you been? No, we're not going to address this? Okay, we're leaving. Bye.
I think it's just a nod to let you know she's still around, and don't really forget about her, because she's coming. I think that's what that is.
They have to do these characters justice, otherwise people like us have seen these movies, the different variations of the movies are going to be pissed off if they don't do it right.
Yep.
Yep. Lee saying bring in Luke Skywalker after Empire Strikes Back before Return of the Jedi. I think that'd be a little weird, but what I would actually like to see is at some
Jar
point...
Jar Binks.
No. What I'd like to see at some point, whether running around New York or something like that, I'd like to see one of them attend the premiere for Episode 7. Or just walk by a theater that has it,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little toss up there.
Yeah, a little nod to that. That's how.
Stuff is actually really kind of funny but yeah.
That's how they could sneak Star Wars in, and we'll all be happy with it.
That's all we need.
Are too different.
Yeah. Outside of that, you guys have anything else?
Nah.
This is a pretty good episode. Really
It was solid.
It was.
I can't wait for the Queens of what are they? Queens of Evil?
Queens of Evil? Queens of Darkness?
Queens of Darkness.
Darkness.
Yep. Can't wait for more of the Queens of Darkness.
I want to see more
Sounds
badass
like a
Maleficent. It does sound like a band. They should be a band. They'll
That's
play
why
the ukuleles.
So I said Rumple's getting the band back together.
They're ukuleles.
Who's the lead singer of this band?
Cruella, because, she's got that rasp that, some people swoon over.
Ursula, because she stole Ariel's voice.
No. Ursula has so many tentacles, she has to be the drummer.
Good point. But that doesn't necessarily stop her from being the singer.
No, she still has...
Taylor Hawkins does it.
That's true.
So,
Where does that leave Maleficent?
The trombone.
It's a ska band.
Trombone? I was gonna say, clearly she's playing the triangle.
Well, you need a guitar, a bass, and drums. So there's one instrument for each of them.
I can see Cruella playing the triangle. That's the worst part.
Oh my god.
She's the singer and the triangle player. We got Ursula on drums.
One hand and a booze in the other. Oh,
Maleficent's on what? The guitar or the bass?
No.
I thought I smelled shit in desperation.
She holds the triangle and she cheers the triangle with her gin glass.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Savannah17. Oh, I forgot.
Deadpool.
Yay!
Deadpool riding Maleficent. It's coming. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can also find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Clio, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Clio Moto on most social media, and subscribe to my YouTube. I'm actually gonna have videos soon again.
Hobbitses.
For the first time in a year. It's gonna be great.
Hobbitses.
I think I have 3 Hobbit Lord of the Rings videos coming out in a row.
Excellent. I can't wait. I'll definitely be watching this. You can find me down below at Phenomenodom, Phenomedom,
Phenomenodom.
where I tweet random things.
Phenomenodom.
You guys can catch us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Facebook, and right here on YouTube, as well as Space. I think I got them all.
1 + 2 + 2 +
till March 1st. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Getting the band back together.
Chin and desperate.
Are they gonna get matching bell-bottom pants?
Oh my god. No.
That's like pretty butt.
I could just see Rumple now in bell-bottom pants and rocking, just shaking and having
Oh
that
my
curly,
God.
big
Yeah.
mop of a head just flying.
Like Michael Myers in Austin Powers, those crazy gold bell bottoms.
Rumple
Oh
plays,
my
God.
Mr. Gold!
Mr. Gold.
plays the tambourine. I can see him doing that too.